a seasoned art director with over 7 years work experience designing for brands like DKT International, Visa Nigeria and Ghana, Keystone Bank, and so on and so forth. I don't know if any of us know some of the brands that I mentioned. Um, all three of them actually sound familiar to me. But yeah, so we have a seasoned expert who will be um, walking us through an introduction to motion design this evening. Please welcome Emmanuel Udosen.
Hi guys, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Hi everyone. It's nice. It's nice coming in here. Thank you to the team for inviting me. Can you guys hear me? I want to be sure that you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So quick one. My name is Emmanuel Udosen. I'm a senior director at Insight Communication. So it's just a brief about myself. I've been privileged to work on accounts like Visa. For those of you who know Mastercard, you know Visa. And I've worked on DKT International, is an international organization. I've worked on Nigerian breweries accounts, and I've worked on so many accounts. So, fun fact about myself: I love to swim. I'm a good swimmer. So, my class is going to be very, very interactive. I want to get to know people in this class. I don't want it to be, oh, I'm just the one doing the presentation from the beginning to the end. I want it to be very interactive because we are going to be dealing with introduction to motion design. Motion design is a very, very, very interesting. It's a very interesting pathway to even say you want to start your career with. So if you're a designer, I always advise you learn motion. You should know motion. So I want to meet people. So if you can unmute yourself and just tell me your name and what you do for the next maybe 1 or 2 minutes, let's just get to know each other. So who's going to go first? Just unmute yourself, tell me your name and what you do. Can you guys hear me?
Hello, good evening.
Okay, hi.
Mustafa Osezi.
Oh, Mustafa.
I'm a student for now.
Oh, all right. Hi, Mustafa. It's nice meeting you. Who's going next? It's just your name and what you do. If you're a student, you just say your name. Oh, I'm a student. I just need to know who I'm going to be chatting with, who I'm going to be teaching. So I just need like 2 or 3 more people. Then I'll just kick.
Good evening.
Can you hear me? Hello, good evening. I'm Odukaya Joshua. I'm a student of Agile Crowder.
Nice to meet you, Joshua. I think Emmanuel has an internet glitch or something. We have some shy people in their house that are not volunteering. Can someone else also share what they do, who they are? I think I'll call names if I don't have any. Okay.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Israel, and I'm a student of.
I didn't get that. You said you're a student of. Hi, Israel. Okay, okay. So welcome everyone. While we wait for Emmanuel to get reconnected, maybe we should just discuss what I believe some of us were okay, he's back on. I believe some of us were here last week, so can we still remember what we learned last week? And has anyone been able to create anything? We were supposed to go and work on logos and share on the group, but I didn't get to see any. Has anyone been able to do any work privately?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Emmanuel.
Oh, all right. Thank you. So, since everybody, there's only one person I know in this class, which is Mustafa. So, I'll kickstart with my class. Let me present, show my slides. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, introduction. So I'll be happy if you guys have like a notepad and a pen with you guys. So I'm just going to go through some brief introduction. So I'm just going to start first with saying, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. So if you want to go into motion design, I will advise that you just stick to motion design parts. Just stick to this motion design part for a period of time. If you want to do motion design for like, if you want to focus majorly on motion design, I think you should train yourself. You should watch tutorials. You should learn for a period of 6 months. So don't get distracted. Don't say because you are doing motion design, I have to jump and go and do 3D motion. I have to jump to go and do this. Just stick to it until you get to know it very well. Then you can move to whatever you want to learn next. So the next question is, should I learn other motion graphic softwares? Yes, you should learn other motion graphic software. The likes of Cinema 4D, the likes of Animate, the likes of Blender is also good in the industry. All of them are all good, but it's good for you to stick to one. But for me, I'm going to be sticking to Adobe After Effects in this class. So it's good to stick to one, learn one, be a master of one, not a jack of all trade, and you will not know anything. So the next point here is extra skills you need as a motion designer. The extra skills that you need as a motion designer, you need to be able to tell good stories, storytelling. You need to be able to tell stories, because when you're drawing your storyboard is what helps you tell good stories. When before you even start your animation, you have to have a storyboard where you tell your stories, so that it aids you in creating good animation. So when you have all your storyboards, it helps you in creating good animation. Learn skills for personal projects. This learn skills for personal projects, it's similar to extra skills you need to learn as a motion designer. It's similar to each other. Creating a learning plan. So this creating a learning plan, for me, you have the Q1, you have the Q2, you have the Q3. So this Q1 means first quarter of the year, second quarter of the year, third quarter of the year, fourth quarter of the year. So for instance, you can decide, okay, the first quarter of the year, you want to focus majorly on motion design. You want to learn motion design for the next 4 months of the year. Then the second quarter of the year is probably when you want to focus more on telling stories. Okay, how do I write good stories for me to be able to create good animations? How do I write good stories? So Q3, which is usually the middle of the year, I usually advise that you take a break. This Q3, take a break, relax, go back to what you've learned in this Q1 and Q2, practice more, and try to be a better person from the other 2 quarters of the year. Then Q4 is the final quarter of the year, which I'll advise, if possible, if you can learn copywriting. A good art director, a good motion designer needs to know what a good copy is. And for you to know a good copy is, you have to learn it. You have to know, you have to be able to recognize a good copy. You should be able to criticize your copywriter. It's not like your copywriter gives you a copy and you're flying with it. That's what makes you a good motion designer. That is what makes you a good designer. You need to be able to critique your copywriter. Okay, this is not how it's supposed to be. Let's do it this way. So 3 ways to get around other professionals. So 3 ways for me to get around other professionals is to go out there for events. 1, events. Try to attend a lot of events, a lot of design events. I know nowadays there've been a lot of tech events. So try to attend a lot of events and see, get to meet people, get to know other designers that are in your field, you guys are doing the same thing. Get to know them. That's 1. 2, connect with people on social media. So, like for instance, if you're on LinkedIn, you can see a motion design work that you like. You just go to the comments. Oh, great work. Oh, I love this. Over time, the person will recognize you. If you are commenting over time on my projects online, over time I'll be like, oh, who is Mustafa? Let me even know who this Mustafa guy is. Not to come and talk of, okay, maybe when you need help and we need to have a quick coffee chat. Oh, good afternoon, sir. Can I have a quick coffee chat with you? For the fact that you've been commenting on my posts, I've been paying attention to you. I want to give you a listening ear. Okay, I'll be free at so time. To me, it has worked for me so many times. I've reached out to a lot of people outside the country that in my lifetime, I don't think if I see them in person, I'll be able to walk up to them. But through LinkedIn, I'll be able to communicate with them, work on projects with them. So the 3rd one for me is, if it's try to intern in an agency, or in an organization. Write to the HR, oh, can I come in and be an intern? Especially when you're starting out. Can I come in to be an intern? I just want to come in to learn for a few months. And in the process of you learning, trust me, you're going to have a supervisor, somebody that's going to supervise you, which is going to critique your work, which is going to help you along the way. So that is going to help you grow faster as a motion designer. So be a lifelong learner. For me, I learn every day. I wake up 4 o'clock every day of my life, and I'm learning till morning. So for you to be better at what you do, you have to sacrifice the time to become better at what you want to achieve. So you have to wake up early. If you are the early morning learner, you have to sacrifice your sleep to wake up early. But if you are the late night sleeper, you can brush it through before you sleep. That's if you are working. But if you are not working throughout the day, you can take out time during the day, keep improving yourself, keep watching tutorials, improving yourself at what you do. Implementing what you've learned, not just you watching the tutorials all the time. You are watching tutorial morning to night. You need to also implement what you've learned. You need to practice it. Open your software and practice it. You need to open your software, practice. They always say practice makes perfect. So you have to practice it. Whatever you don't understand, reach out to people. Oh, I can't do this. Or you watch the tutorial again. Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I wanted to be sure. So last but not the least on this introduction, share your work. Always share your work. Always show people your work. Don't keep your work to yourself. Show people, okay, this is what I've done. Oh, how can you criticize it? A lot of people criticize your work. It is in the process of them criticizing your work, that's what makes you a better designer. If people don't criticize your work, then I don't think you're going to be a better designer. You'll still be in the same level where you were. But if people criticize your work, trust me, you're going to grow faster, especially when you're giving it to a much more experienced person to criticize your work. The person is going to direct you, is going to guide you, so that you don't make mistakes that he or she made while they were growing. So always learn to share your work. No matter how bad it is, share it. Or no matter how beautiful it is, to share it. So So before you go into design itself, before you go into motion design itself, you need to understand the principles of design. This is like the most important aspect in motion design. Graphic designers can get away with it, but as a motion designer, you can't get away with it. These principles of design, you can't get away with it. So I just want to ask the class, who knows, who can tell me the principles of design before I go into it? Who can tell me the principles of design? Maybe you know one or two. Just if you know one or two.
Okay. I think one of the typography, lines, colors, you're correct.
Contrast,
Contrast, yes.
color, alignment.
Lines, the typography.
Okay, you guys got it, but they are under different. What you just said now, they are under like typography. I won't say typography is a principle of design, but once I start, you get it. So the first one is balance for principle of design. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so So the first one for me is balance. Balance is how we position objects inside our design. You see the way this design is positioned, we have the image square and we have the text. We have the image square on the right hand side and on the left hand side and the text. So it's how we position our text, is how balance is what balance the design. When you see the design, you know it's balanced. So let me quickly go up. Is this for you guys? Is this design balanced? My class is going to be very interactive.
Yes,
Is
sir.
design balance?
It is so.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Balance. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Hello.
Okay. So that is what balance is. When everything is balanced, when you look at it, it's your eyes can contain everything at once. It's not like when you see it, everything is flying around. Maybe the logo is in the middle of the picture. The Thribe X design training is somewhere else, is lost in the design. Maybe the start date, it starts at 5 p.m. is on the design, is on the picture itself. But you can see the way everything is arranged, everywhere is balanced. It's appealing to the eyes. So that's for balance. We have contrast. Contrast it's when you make something big and small. Maybe for instance, the text is bigger than the other one or smaller than the other one. For instance, colors, using colors to create contrast. Maybe thick line and thick line. So for instance, who can tell me contrast in this design? I'm waiting for you guys. Who can tell me the contrast in this design? I told you when something is big or small. For instance, my name here, Emmanuel Udosen,
I
is
think
contrast.
I'm sorry,
yes.
which app are we using now? So sorry, it's wrong.
I can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
I said which application are we using? Are you using right now?
I can't hear you. Can you probably use the mic directly or something? I can't hear you.
I said which application are we using?
We are using After Effects. We've not gotten there yet, so I'm still on principle of design.
Okay.
So I was asking, who can tell me the contrast in this design? If you guys are following,
I think
you heard me that.
okay. I think one of the contrasts is Emmanuel Udosen design facilitator. That's
Yeah.
a contrast.
Okay. Introduction to motion design 2 is the contrast because the color is different. Thribe X design training is the contract because it's different from every other thing. So that's the contrast. We have unity. Unity is when everything aligns together. When you have alignment, proper alignment, that's unity in design. We have emphasis. Emphasis is similar to contrast. So for instance, my name here is emphasized. Thribe X design here is emphasized because of the orange shape behind it. So that is emphasis. We have repetition, we have patterns, we have rhythm, we have movement. Movement is your eyes moving from, for instance, my picture here. You can see my picture. Underneath my picture is my name. Underneath my name is design facilitator. Underneath design facilitator is senior digital art director. That's movement. Your eyes is moving downwards. That's movement in design. So we have proportion, we have harmony, we have varieties. I'll advise these principles of design. You guys should take out time. You guys should take out time and learn it because you really need it in motion design. You really need it while you're doing your motion. These principles of design. So the design softwares, we have different design softwares. We have Adobe After Effects, we have Cinema 4D, we have Blender, we have Animate. But for this class, we are going to be focusing more on Adobe After Effects. So do you have Adobe After Effects on our system? If you're using your system, do you have Adobe After Effects?
No, sir.
So I'm going to reach out to the facilitator. I can share Adobe After Effects software with the facilitator. So they are going to share it with you guys. Plus these slides, if you guys need the slides too, they'll share it with you guys maybe after the class. Is that fine?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So after that, we're going to be going into After Effects tools and panels. So for this class, we are going to be majoring more on After Effects tools, After Effects. So After Effects is an Adobe product. So what After Effects does, it's a motion design software. That's what it does. It's not like the likes of Photoshop. Photoshop is purely for photo manipulation, design. That is what Photoshop is for. Illustrator is for illustrations. If you want to create illustrations, that's what Adobe Illustrator is for. But for this one, is Adobe After Effects. It's for motion design. You want to create motion design. You want to create 3D motion design, so you can use Adobe After Effects. So let's go into the this is a typical layout of Adobe After Effects. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, so this is a typical layout of Adobe After Effects layout. So I'm going to open my After Effects. I'm going to open my After Effects so that, can you guys see my After Effects?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to the top, let me create a composition. Thribe X. Please, if you are lost, just ask me any question. So to the top left corner, we can see these tools here. Can you guys see my mouse hovering over the tools? To the left, to the top left side. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to the top left side, we have the tools, After Effects tools. So this is what is going to help you create everything you need to know or you need to create on After Effects. This is where all the tools are. So we have the selection tool. Selection tool is if you want to click on something, this is what the selection tool is. Then we have the hand tool. If you want to rotate your screen, that's what the hand tool does. That's what the hand tool does. We have the zoom tool. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, that is what the zoom tool does. Then we have the anchor points. By the time we start doing the design, I'm going to show you what this anchor point is all about. We have the shape tool. If you want to create shape, this is the shape tool. Let me change the color so you can see the shape. So this is the shape tool. We have different shapes underneath it. If you press and hold the shape tool box here, you see we have rectangle, we have rounded, we have ellipse, we have polygon and star tool. So this is, then we have the pen tool. If you want to create your own custom shapes, this is what the pen tool does, to be able to create your own custom shape. Then we have the text tool. If you want to write your text.
Sorry to interrupt you, Emmanuel.
For instance. Continue.
Yeah, Ibrahim,
Yeah, I can
do you
hear you
have a
very well.
question? Some people have their hands raised. Temperance.
Okay, what's the question, please? Please go ahead and ask your question.
Or maybe they raised their hand early and forgot to lower it. I'll just lower it. So if they have questions, please raise it again.
Okay, so can I continue with the class?
Yes, please.
Oh, all right. So this is the T here is for text tool. So for instance, if you want to write your text, that's what it's for. Then we have the brush tool, we have the eraser tool, we have the roto brush tool, we have the puppet position pin tool. So these are the tools like you'll be using for After Effects for this course. Then we have the panel. So this, what you are seeing here, the full screen that you are seeing here. So this is a panel, this is a panel, this is a panel. All these are all panels. We call them panels. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we call all these panels. So for instance, this side of the panel where my mouse is where you import your project. This is where you import your project. Every project you're going to be working on are going to be on this side of the panel. So you can see now I have my design projects. The project that we are going to be working on today, it's here already. So this is where you import everything. So when we have this white screen, is your display. Is your display panel. This is your display panel. This is where you see everything you are working on. This is your display panel. Then this is this one down here where you have the Thribe X and the solid. This is where you load whatever you bring in from your project. You load them here for it to display on your display panel. So you have to bring it down here for it to show on your display panel. This is where all the animation goes on. This is where you animate. This is where you do all the animation. Then over here we have different panels here. We have the effects panels. We have the character panel. This is where you edit your text. This is where you add your brushes. So this side to your left hand side, to your right hand side is where we have other panels where you can manipulate or work on your motion design. So let's get started on what we are going to be animating today. So for today, I'm going to be animating this design. Someone's mic is on, please. The mic is kind of disturbing me. So we are going to be working on this this design on our screen. We are going to be animating it today. Please, if you do not understand anything, feel free to interrupt me and ask questions, please. Because I'm going to drop an assignment and I would like to see people's work and I would like you guys to share it with me. Are you guys there?
Yes, yeah, I'm with you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to drop an
Yeah,
assignment.
we are.
Okay, I'm going to drop an assignment after this class and I want you guys to do it and send it to me. So I want you guys to pay attention closely and watch what I'm doing closely. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Feel free to interrupt me.
Okay. Hi. Good evening.
All right, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, good
Yeah.
evening.
So I have my After Effects open, but it's just like a simple question. My composition board is black, and
Okay,
if
so
I just decide to want to change it to the white that I'm seeing, because I tried hovering around, but I didn't know how to go about it.
so your composition board is not white, right?
Yes, it's black.
It's black. So what you need to know, just follow my. Are you following me? Are you watching the screen?
Yes.
So come to this place. Create a new composition. Have you seen it?
Yes. Okay.
Then you see
Oh,
background
okay. The
color.
background color. Okay.
Change it to white.
Okay.
Then change your whatever dimensions you want to use. Change your dimensions here and then click OK.
Okay.
Do you work for you?
Yes.
So you're
Thank you.
good.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have any other question? So
Yeah,
we're
I
good
wanted
to
to ask,
okay.
how we going to be able to get this After Effects? Yeah.
So I don't know. So After Effects is a paid software, but I can try and get the crack version for you guys. Because if I say you guys should pay for it through Adobe, it's quite expensive. It costs a lot. So if I can get the crack version across to you guys, I can. But the problem now, it's how you guys are going to be able to install it. So probably I'll talk to Victor. Victor is one of you guys' coordinator. I'll tell Victor if he can find a way, maybe after church, if you guys attend covenants, after church, second service, he can find time and install it for whosoever that is in church on Sunday. Is that fine?
Please, which of the covenants? Is it Ikeja or Igondu?
Igomu.
Which one?
Igomu.
This is Igomu. Yeah, this is
Okay.
Igomu.
Me, I'm from
Do you attend
Igondu.
Igomu?
No, Igondu.
You attend
Yes,
the one
I
in
attend
Igondo.
Yes. But I'll be coming to
how
Igomu
often?
on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So I'll tell Victor to try and get it. If you can bring your laptop, I'll tell Victor to.
Okay, I should call my laptop on Sunday, right?
Yeah, you can come with your laptop on Sunday. So I'll tell Victor to help you out and install it. So what's your name?
Temperance.
Pardon?
Temperance.
Okay, no problem. I'll tell Victor that you're going to reach out to him, or he can reach out to the coordinator here. So they will link you up with Victor. So let's start. You guys can see my screen. My After Effects is still showing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do some animation.
Yes,
So
it's showing.
for this class, So for this class, I'm going to be animating this design. This is what we are going to be animating today. So just watch closely. We are going to animate this design. We are going to add life to this design. So I've already exported the content that I need to create this design. So I've already exported it out of Photoshop. So I have them singled out here. So we're going to start first with the background. Use the background to create a new composition. Take your background, drag it to where we have this composition. It's going to create a composition for you. So we have the background here. So then we bring in the picture, the image. Please, if you are lost or if you don't understand anything, feel free to interrupt me. I want this class to be very interactive as much as possible. And I want you guys to learn this thing as much as possible. So when I give you my assignment, you'll be able to do it well and submit it back to me.
So please, can you just start with the background again? That's
okay.
Background.
So let me just undo. So this is what we are designing today.
Sorry, please excuse me. How did you import them? How did you import them to that side?
So what you can do is you can drag and drop, or you can right click on this panel. When you right click, you see import files, import multiple files. Either you drag and drop, or you let me delete it so that bring it back in. So import file. This is going to come up. I click on the folder and I open. It has dropped. It's here already. Okay. Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you bring it in. Then if you want to create a new composition for your design, if you know the dimension that you want to work with, you just click here, you change your dimension to what you want to work with. This is where you change your dimensions. But if you are not sure of your dimensions, you come to the background, you export the background, you carry the background and you take it to where this composition is. When you drop it there, it's going to create a frame for you. Exact size of the design is going to create it for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so we bring in the image. You bring in the image. You take the image to where it was. So you know this is the original design. This is what we are designing. This is what we are animating. So you bring this here, then you bring in the information. So this is the information. I've already exported everything already. So there was no time to start doing that on Photoshop. So I've already exported everything already. So you bring this.
Hello, good evening.
This here. Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Please, those information, because it looks like you've already arranged them before bringing them in. I really don't know how you...
So this is the information. This is the information. It was on Photoshop. This design was designed on Photoshop.
Okay.
This design was designed on Photoshop. So because of time, I just
is it possible for us to have a plain design, like start off design all over from the beginning again without this design you're putting up right now, like a different whiteboard, then create a new design on
it? Something different. No, the reason why I wanted us to do this so that you guys can follow along is really not hard. If you can follow what I'm doing, you know that it's easy and straightforward. But okay, let's leave this one and just do something on this white artboard. Can you guys see this artboard?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do something else on this artboard. Okay, let's create a shape. And probably make it this. Then for motion design, lock. Say, for instance, Thribe. Thribe X. Change the color because the color is contradicting with the background. So we have different, if you want to animate this Thribe X, we have different ways to animate it. We have the position tool, we have the position, we have the rotation, we have the scale, we have the opacity, which is transparency. So let's start with position. So this is, you can see this stuff that looks like a bell. If you're looking at my mouse, you can see this stuff that looks like a bell beside the position. Can you guys see it? It looks like a timer. Can you guys see it?
Yes, we can see it.
So I can't
So
see
this
your
thing
mouse.
is called time frame. You can't see my mouse. Look at
Yes,
under
sir.
this Thribe X, there's the text down here where we have the arrangement here. There's
Is it under the text, under the Thribe X?
Yeah, you can see
Okay, I've
position.
seen
Can you see
it. Yeah.
position? Can you see this
I've
thing that
seen
looks
it.
like a timer?
Yes.
So this thing that looks like a timer is called keyframe. Please, can you mute your mic? You're kind of disturbing me. Please, can you mute your mic? Yeah, so this stuff here is called this timer here is called keyframe. It's what makes you able to animate this text, makes this text move. So for instance, I'm going to toggle it on. You can see there's something on this timeline it's showing here where you have these red lines on my panel. You can see something that looks like a diamond. So if you move it to 1 second, you click this diamond here again, then you drag this out. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, can you do that slowly again? I got that, but I didn't get it fully.
So I'm going to delete the keyframes so that you can see how I did it again. Look at where we have this position. Can you see where we have this position?
Yes, very simple.
Yeah, there's a timer, like something like a timer beside the position. You click on it. When you click on it, you move this blue stuff. Maybe you want to make it 1 second or 2 seconds, depends on how many seconds you want to make it. Once you move it, you come back here again, you click, you add another keyframe. These things are called keyframes. You add another one. Once you add another one, you take your timeline back, then you drag this out. So you want it to come in from outside. You can see he animates in. Did you get it?
Yes, thank you.
Did every other person get it?
No, I didn't get it.
So look at, are you watching my this thing? Watch my screen. I'm going to turn it off again. I'm going to delete these keyframes. You can see underneath this Thribe X on your panel, on your lower panel, there's a place that they wrote position. Can you see this position?
Yes.
There's a keyframe icon there. This thing that looks like a timer is called keyframe. It looks like a timer beside it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
So just click on it. Once you click on it, it adds a keyframe. So once you add a keyframe, you see something that looks like a diamond on this red long panels place. Can you see this red? This place that looks like, let me change the color so you don't use yellow. Can you see this yellow?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you see this thing that looks like a diamond here?
Diamond. Okay, blue, Abby.
Yeah, blue like this diamond. Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
It means that you've added a keyframe. Keyframe is what helps you animate your designs.
Okay.
So keyframe is what helps you. Okay, you want somebody to walk or make somebody to do anything. It's when you add keyframes to it, is what helps you animate. Keyframe is what brings it to life. Do you get? So you move, you move your time indicator. This blue line is called time indicator. You move it to, maybe you want it to move in 1 second or 2 seconds. Me, I want to make it for 2 seconds. You come back to this position place where you have this position, where you have that keyframe. You see add or remove keyframe at current timeline. Once you click it, it will add another keyframe for you here. Did you get?
Yes.
So once you add another keyframe, you take your time indicator to the beginning and you drag your text out of the page. It's going to animate it in for you. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Are you sure you understand? If you have any question, please do feel free to ask me.
Okay, hi. So for me, I understood what you just did, but I think I had a network glitch. The part that shows position, I don't know how that appeared. The
so
position.
Yeah, if you want to bring up position, click on the Thribe X, press P. P is position.
Okay.
Either you press P to bring up position, or there's a place that you can toggle it down. Can you see this place that there's a toggle button here?
Yes.
Can you see the toggle button?
Yes.
Once you toggle it down, you see transformation. Can you see transformation? You toggle it down again. Once you toggle it down, you see position, you see scale, you see rotation, you see opacity.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So this is how to bring in, if you want to animate text from outside in, this is how you do this. Please, if you don't understand anything, feel free to ask me any question, interrupt me. I want us to learn this thing because I'm going to drop an assignment. So if you want to do opacity, opacity is transparency. Maybe you want your text to fade out and fade in. Are you there? If you want your text to fade out or fade in, we have the opacity here too. What you just need to do is click on that keyframe icon that I clicked on position. Once you just click it, it's going to create another diamond. You can animate You can animate 100 things on one text or one layer. You can do as a lot of animation as you want on one layer. So once you click on opacity, the same thing, move your time indicator to maybe 1 second or 2 seconds. Click on add keyframe again. Once you click on add keyframe again, you come here. If you can see this place that they wrote 100%. Can you see this place that they wrote 100% on under opacity?
Yes.
Yes.
So just drag the 100% to 0. You see what it does? It fades it out. Your text animates in and it fades out. The same thing, if you want it to fade in, you just come to this 100 that I turned to 0, turn it back to 100. So your text animates in, it fades out, and it fades in. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, we understand. Thank you very much.
Okay. So that's for opacity. Then there is rotation. Sorry?
I said, please, can we go over it again?
Where do you want me to go over?
Is
it the one for the transparency?
Yes,
the opacity?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to delete the keyframe for the opacity so I can go over it again. If you look at underneath this Thribe X, under your bottom panel, we have anchor points, position, scale, rotation, and opacity. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
So you click on this keyframe, this thing that looks like a timeline, that looks like a clock beside opacity. It's called keyframe. You click on it. Once you click on it, it's going to show a diamond on your panel here, on your timeline. This is your timeline where you have this your time indicator. You're going to see something like a blue stuff that looks like a diamond. Have you seen it?
Yes, I can see.
So you move your time indicator for how many seconds you want the text to animate. So me, I'm going to make it 2 seconds. Between 3 seconds and 5 seconds is 2 seconds. So I'm going to make it 2 seconds. Then I'm going to come back to where this opacity is. You can see here they wrote add or remove keyframe. Can you see it?
The screen is not moving. My network, I can't see. It's not moving, so I can't see.
We have here add. It's not moving.
Yes, I can see.
But can you see? Can you see my timeline?
Yes.
So there's this place here. You can see add or remove keyframe.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. So you click on it. Once you click on it, you come back to opacity. You can see this place that they wrote 100%.
Yes.
Can you see this 100%?
Yes.
You drag the 100% till when it's 0, your text is going to go off. Can you see your text is going off? Can you see?
It's not moving. It's still on that 100%.
Yours has been on 100%.
It's not fading out. I think the network is lapping.
Sorry, is anybody else having this network issue? Or it's just, let me be sure it's not from my own end.
Okay, I can see it now. It's back to 100%. I can see your screen now. It's back to.
Can you see it disappears to 0? Can you see it?
Yes.
So if you want to make it, to come back to 100%, you just need to move your timeline away from here. Create another, maybe another 2 seconds, then make this 100%.
Just move it back to 100%.
Increase it back to 100%. So it fades out and it fades in. Can you
That's
see?
fine. Thank you. Yes, I can see.
Oh, all right. So that's what opacity does. We have rotation. Can you guys see this rotation? Where we have rotation.
Yes, you can see.
Okay. You can see this rotation. So you click on the keyframe here. You add keyframe. Then I want to make it 1 second. Then I will rotate it. You can see. You rotate. So let's just say I want to rotate it this way for 1 second. Then I go for another 1 second. Then I rotate it to the other side. Please, if you do not understand, let me know how rotation works. Do you guys have any questions on rotation?
No, it's fine.
No.
Do you understand how to add rotation?
Yes.
You understand how to add rotation? Okay, so let's move to the next one. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is scale. Let me rotate this back. So let's add scale. Scale is scaling up, like zooming in and zooming out. That's what scale is. To zoom in and to zoom out. That's scale. Like you're scaling something up and you're scaling something down. That's scale. It's like zooming up and zooming down. Zooming up and zooming down. That's scale. Zooming up and zooming down. So let me just say, for instance, I want this text to start from maybe from here and scale up. You add your keyframe. I'll make it 2 seconds and I'll scale it up. It scales up. Are you seeing? Do you guys understand?
Please, can you do that again?
Is it for the scale?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you come here, there's a scale here. Can you see this scale icon underneath this Thribe X text side?
Yes, I can.
So you add the keyframe. You click on the keyframe. It's going to add a keyframe for you there. You see that it's showing on your timeline here. You see this diamond stuff on your timeline. You
Yes, I
make
can
it
see
2 seconds or 1 second. Once you make it 2 seconds or 1 second, you come back to this where you have this scale. You can increase it. Just drag it. Drag it up. Just drag the numbers up. You see it will increase. It will create a keyframe for you here. You can see. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Please, if you do not understand, let me know. Any other person that does not understand, please let me know. Does everybody understand? So can I continue?
Yes, you can continue.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
So the same thing that you do for text, you can do it for any shape. Let me say, for instance, I want to create a rectangle shape. Let me make it white. So this is a rectangle shape. So the same way you did the positioning, you just click on it. You see where we have rectangle. You click on it. Transform rectangle. You click on it. You see the position. We have rotation. We have opacity. We have scale. We have position. So it's the same way. You just click on position, then you make it a second or 2 seconds, then you click on another keyframe, then you come back beginning, then you drag it out. See, your text is going to, your shape is into an 18. Did you see it animated in? So it's the same way you animated the text, it's the same way you animate the shapes. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand?
No, sir.
Please, I can't access what you're doing again. I can only see your picture on the screen.
Where are you lost so that I can help you out from there? Where did you stop? Just tell me where you stopped so that I can help you out from there.
So please, can you start from the beginning?
Beginning from where? Is it on the shape or on the text Thribe X? Which one?
On the shape.
On the shape.
Yeah.
So it's the same way we animated the text. You understood how we did the text, Abby?
Yes.
You understood how we did this text?
Yes.
So it's the same way you animate the shape. Position, once you put your position, you just add your keyframe and take it out, and then it animates in. It's the same way you animated the text, it's the same way you're animating the shape. Same thing, you want to do opacity. You add your keyframe. Are you there? You add your keyframe, you make it 2 seconds. You add another keyframe. Then you take it out. It goes off. It's the same way. There's no difference. There's no difference. It's the same way you animate your text. It's the same way you animate your shapes. So the keyframes works on both shapes and text. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does anybody have any other question to ask me?
Yeah, so for the timer, mine shows in every 5 seconds. Is there a way I can change it? I've been trying to see how to make it just so that it shows per second. Mine shows it in every 5 seconds.
So you know what?
So is there like
there's
yes.
So there's a cross and a minus button on your top keyboard where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's cross and there's minus. Have you seen it on your keyboard?
Yes.
Just click on your panel. That's your lower panel. Once you click it, click on the minus button. Is it working?
No. That's the lower button. Okay. No, it's not.
We have the cross and we have the minus button on on your top, where you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys. Is yours on top or yours is at the side of your?
It's on top. The plus and minus is on top.
Just click on your panel, your lower panel, where you have where you loaded all your composition. Just click on that panel, then click plus or minus. If you click plus, it's going to increase your time frames to seconds to frames. Then if you reduce it, it's going to reduce it to seconds.
Okay, yes.
Is it working
yes,
for you?
Yes.
It's working. So we're good.
Thank you.
So does anybody have any other question to ask me? So can we continue? Can someone respond? Can we continue? If you don't have any question.
Yes, you can continue.
Yes, sir, we can continue.
Okay. So what we've learned here now, let's bring it into reality. Now we know how to animate using position. We know how to animate using opacity, which is transparency. We know how to animate using rotation, and we know how to animate using scale. Right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's bring it into this live project. This is a live project. So what should we animate first on this design? Should we animate the picture or should we animate the text? What should we animate first?
Let's start with the picture, then we move to the text.
Okay. So how do you want us to animate this? Should we use opacity or should we use position? Or should we use scale? Which one should we use?
Let's use scale for the picture and for the name. It is sliding.
We should use scale for the picture and for the name.
Sliding. And slide in for the name.
We should use sliding for the name.
Yes.
So I'm going to teach you guys one effect that I use if I want to bring in name. It's called, it's under the effect. It's called typewriter 2. The text types in. Are you guys there?
Yes.
Yes.
Where with you?
Okay, so let's animate the picture. So someone said we should scale the picture in. So we'll come to scale, we'll add a keyframe to the scale, then we'll go to 1 second. We'll go to 1 second. Or should we do 2 seconds? Yeah, let's do 2 seconds because 1 second is too short. We'll go to 2 seconds. Then we'll add another keyframe. Yeah. Once you add another keyframe, you come back to the first keyframe. Then we'll come to where the scale is and we'll make it 0. So the picture scales in. The picture scales in. The picture scales in. Do we understand how I did this?
Yes,
Do you understand how
perfect.
I did this? Do you understand how I did this? So how do we? I should go over it again. I can't hear you. This I should go over it again.
Yes, I said so. Can you go over it again?
Okay. So I've deleted the keyframes. So you come to the beginning part. You can see under this photo, there's a place here they wrote photo. Let me change the color to pink. This pink is not visible. Orange. Can you see this where we have this photo? Can you see the photo?
Not yet. Still trying to pick the
Down
color.
part, the down part of your frame.
Yes, I can see you're trying to select. Okay, yes, I can see it now.
Okay.
I can see.
So you come to scale. There's a place where that is scale. Just add the keyframe to the scale there.
Okay.
Once you add the keyframe to the scale there, you make it 2 seconds. I wanted to make it a second before, but a second is too short. Make it 2 seconds, then add another keyframe. Come back to the first keyframe. Make this place that we have 100, turn it to 0. You see it's going to animate it. Can you see? Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So this information to the right hand side, how should we animate it in? Should we use scale? Should we use position? Should we use opacity, which is transparency? Or should we use, what should we use to animate this? Can someone suggest?
Use opacity.
We should use opacity.
Yes.
Okay. So for opacity, you toggle the information button down. You see opacity. The opacity is the last one down. Can you see opacity? Can you see opacity down?
No.
Not yet.
Under the information.
Yes.
Under this information.
Yes, we can see.
After scale, rotation, after rotation.
I can't see, it's not clear.
I think it's your network. Can
I
every
can't
other
see,
person
it's
see
not
opacity?
clear.
Can every other person see opacity?
It's kind of not clear, sir.
I think it's your own network. Move to a place where your network is good. Can every other person see the opacity here?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So you toggle on the opacity. When you toggle it on, you've added a keyframe to it. Then you add 2 seconds. Then you add another keyframe. You come to where you have 100, make it 0. So you're going to animating. Can you see? And the text is in. Can you see?
No.
Is it working for you?
I think my network, I don't know if it's my network, but your screen seems to be freezed.
Yes.
That's I'm having the same thing here. Exactly
having
what
the
you're
same
saying is
issue
what is
too.
happening to me right now.
Is the screen frozen for everybody?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I guess the network is from your side,
The
sir.
screen is frozen for you guys.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Let me be sure.
No, it's working now.
What are you seeing now?
Design Mavericks.
Trying to connect the Google slide.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. But your audio seems to be glitching.
Yes. Yes, I hear you.
So what can you guys see now? Are you guys seeing my slides?
Yes, we can see orange slides. Yeah. Okay, it's the whole thing is back on now.
It's back on now. Can you
Yes.
guys see my After Effects now? You can see my After Effects. Can you guys see my After Effects software? Can you guys see my After Effects?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So let's continue. So I'm going to animate this information text again. So this information text is the text that is on purple. Can you guys see this purple text on my layer on my timeline?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to add the opacity for 2 seconds, then animate it. Do you guys understand what I did there? Do you guys understand?
Sorry, please can you go over it again?
So it's the same way. It's the same way I added opacity on the text, the other text. It's the same way I'm adding opacity on this information. Just for you to come here, come to where this opacity is. Then you see this opacity underneath it.
Yes, I can see it.
Then just click on it. You're going to add a keyframe to it. Then go for 2 seconds. Then add another keyframe. Then come back to these 2 seconds. Reduce this 100% opacity to 0.
Okay.
Then it's going to animate in. Did you guys see how I did it? Please, if you don't understand, please speak up. Can I move? Do you guys understand how I added this opacity? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Do you guys understand, or do you guys understand how I added this?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
So I can move to the next. So I can move to the next text.
Yes, we can.
Are you sure? If you don't understand, are you sure that you understand? So I'm going to add the name. Please, if you don't understand anything, let me know. I just added the text because my text wasn't there. My name wasn't there. I didn't import my name. So I just added my name there. So if you do not understand anything, feel free to cut me short and ask questions. Okay. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you guys still see my screen? Someone's mic is. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
You guys saw how I added the text. Did you see how I added this text? This Emmanuel Udosen. Did you see how I added it? Did you guys see how I added this text, Emmanuel Udosen?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody should suggest how you want us to animate this text.
You say you want to show us the typewriter effect.
Okay, we should do the typewriter effect. So if you want to do the typewriter effect, you come to effects and presets. On your top left corner, if you look at my top left corner, you see effects and presets. Can you guys see this effect and presets on my top left corner?
Yes, sir.
So once you come here, you click, you open where we have this search button. Just type typewriter effects. Oh, it's been a while I used typewriter. Oh, sorry, I don't have typewriter on this other system.
Hello, sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, feel free.
Now, I want to ask now, when it comes to design, you said there are so many principles guiding design in terms of composition, contrast. Now, for this Adobe After Effects, I want to ask, is there any principle guiding effect? For example, now, you said your picture now, use a particular, like, is there a particular effect you have to use, or you can use any effect that we feel like?
So, yeah, you can actually use, that's where your creativity comes in. You have to be creative when you are picking or you are using pictures. That's why the principles are only there to guide you when you are doing your motion design. The principle is like a guidance. It's a guide part. So you can use any effect you want to use. You can use any image you want to use, but the principle is just there to guide you. So, like for instance, this design that you are seeing now, you can, if you go through the sites, you can see almost all the principles is being implemented in this design. There's balance. You can see the design is balanced. There's alignment. There's almost everything in this design. You can see it's balanced in your eyes.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you understand?
It's the effect I'm trying to look at. Yes.
So you want to use any, if you can use any image you want to use, you can use any picture you want to use, but you need to use you need the principles to guide you through so that you can create good design. It's not all designs that are good designs. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I don't have that typewriter effect on this system, but there's a plugin I use, of which I'll see if I can get it across to you guys. Hey, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So this is a plugin that I use. You can see the name Animate Scene, but I don't have that typewriter effects on this particular system. You can see the name Animate Scene. Please, if you do not understand anything, let me know. I have just 7 minutes to end this class. Please, if you do not understand anything, let me know. Are you guys there?
Yes, sir. Good to listen.
Yes,
All right.
we are
So
here.
I have
We
a
are here. We
question.
are here.
I have a
Okay, what's your
question. My
question?
question is
What's your
the
question, please?
interpreter effect you talked about. Is it a particular plugin? And can you also share with us sites where we could get plugins for effects for motion design using Adobe After Effects?
Yeah. So I'm going to share. I said I'm going to share this software, and I'm going to share this plugin with the coordinator.
Sorry,
So they're
this
going
software,
to
is it the free
share it
version
with you
or the
guys.
paid version?
Is it the what?
This software, is it the paid version or the free version you are sharing with us? I actually tried installing
No,
one,
I'm sharing
but
the cracked.
telling me
I'm
to
sharing
sign
the
in.
cracked version with you. All you just need to do is to just install it. It's already cracked. It's just for you to just install it.
Oh, all
I
right.
can't
Thank
give you
you.
the paid version. The paid version is expensive, so I can't obviously give you the paid version. So, but I'll give you the cracked version that is working perfectly. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I'll have to wait because
Then I'm going to share this. You have what? Please come again.
I actually have one there, but I'm unable, I think it's a paid version. It asks me to like so sign in and doing the like, so I couldn't. I wanted to practice along with this
Oh,
start before, but I
it's
couldn't practice.
a paid version. Once it's telling
Yeah,
you
I
to
guess
sign in and
I'll
everything,
wait
it's a
for
paid
the
version.
cracked version then.
Yeah, so I'm going to share the crack version. I'm going to also share these plugins with you guys. So I'm going to tell them to show you guys how to install the plugins. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody have any other question? But for those people that are using the other After Effects, if you come to this effects and presets, just type typewriter to typewriter. You are going to see the effects. All you just need to do is drag it and drop it on your text. Then you are good to go. Whose After Effects is open? Is anybody's After Effects? This class. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Mine is open, but I've not the what you are working on now. I just downloaded the PSD file and I need to make some arrangements. So I've not even imported it to my After Effects yet. So I was just following the class.
So just open your timeline. I want to be sure that the this effect and presets, you have typewriter effects on your effects and presets. Can you go to your effects and presets? Just type typewriter there. Is it typewriter there?
Yes, I can see it. I can see it.
You can see typewriter there.
Yes.
Okay, so whenever you want to animate, so what you just do is animate your text layer. You just drag that typewriter to your text layer. It's going to animate automatically for you. Is that fine?
Yes, it is.
So let's export this. So if you want to export, you come to your files, you click on export, add to render queue. Once you add to render queue, can you guys hear me? Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So once you add to render queue, you select where you want to save the file to. I'm going to save it to my Thribe X folder. So I'm just going to name it Thribe X. Thribe X training. Save, then you click on render. It's going to render it out for you. Once you render it out, you go to your folder and you see it there. Can you guys see what we did? Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see what we did? What we animated today?
You guys try exporting.
What did you say?
No, I'm asking them if they tried exporting. Did it work? Did you guys try exporting?
Okay,
Did it work for you guys?
Just look at my screen. People that are trying to export, did it work for you? Can you guys hear me?
I guess they're tired already.
Yes, I can hear you.
This one,
I can hear you. Though
this is a very practical class.
I didn't follow your design. Like I was just listening. So maybe it's after the class, then I would work on my own. So I was just
okay. So I want to show you guys how to export. So how to export your design out of the software. Are you guys watching my screen? I want to show you how to export it out. Are you guys watching my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you come to your top right. You see After Effects. You see files. File. Can you see this file? Once you click on the file, you come to export. Can you see export?
yes. Yes.
On that file, you come down, you see export. Under export, you see different options. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
So you click on add to render queue. Can you see the second one, add to render queue?
Yes.
Can you see the second one, add to render queue?
Yes.
So once you click on add to render queue, you come to output. There's a place underneath it, they wrote output to. You click on it. You click on it, it's going to direct you where do you want to export it to. So you just create a folder where you want to export it to. So for this one, I'll just create a folder and put rendered files. Or rendered files, just rendered files. So all the files that you render is going to go there. So in case you have different options, you create a folder, rendered files, then you name your project. Always name your project. So once you name your project, you click OK. Then you click on render. There's a button here, render. So once it's done rendering, you hear a sound. Once you hear the sound, it means it's done rendering. So you go back to your folder. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
So do you guys know how to render now?
Yeah.
Please, if you don't know how to render, please speak up so that I can show you one more time before I go. Do you guys know how to render now?
Sir, please, can you come again, sir?
Is it on how to render, or what do you want me to come again on?
Rendering, how to render, sir.
Okay. So can you see my After Effects? Can you see my After Effects?
Yes.
You can see it. So on the top here, you see file. Can you see file? On your top left corner, you see file. Can you see file?
Yes.
Click on the file. Scroll to the middle of the information there. You see export. Can you see export? Under files.
Come. Yes. Wait.
Then the second one,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
you see
yeah.
add to render queue? Can you see add to render queue?
Yes, sir.
So click on add to render queue. So you see output module. Click on output module. There's a blue text there. High quality. Can you see high quality there? Under output module, can you see it?
That network is bad, sir. From my side.
From my side. But can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
No, I can't.
I'm trying
Can
to,
every
sir,
other person see
but
my screen?
network from my side is bad, sir.
Okay, network from your own side is bad.
No, I don't think it's
Did you
network
see?
on my phone. It's not my network. I can't see
Kind
anything
of.
on your screen.
Can every other person see my screen? Can every other person see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
I can see your
see my
screen.
screen.
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay, can
can.
you see my
Yes,
After
I can.
Effects? Can you see my After Effects?
Yes, I can.
What's showing now is the training material.
Okay, can you see my After Effects?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys know how to render now? Do I need to show you guys how to render again? Do you
I guess
guys
they
know how
have.
to render?
I guess they've gotten the idea, and if they haven't, they can always refer back to the
To the video.
Yeah, so it will be uploaded on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the last time how to render. You come to file, you come to export under file, add to render queue. Once you add it to render queue, you come to output module, high quality, just click on it. Make sure your format is QuickTime. You click OK. Then you come to output 2. You click on it. You create your own folder where you want to save your file to. Once you create your folder, then you name your file. Always name your file. Once you name your file, you save it. Once you save it, you render it. Once you render it correctly, it's going to make a sound. Then you know you've rendered it. So, do you guys have any questions for me? Do you guys have any question?
I have one.
Okay, please.
Go
ahead.
First of all, thank you very much, because I know network has been frustrating, but we still managed to do it. Thank you for your time. When you were in the introduction, you spoke about interning in organizations.
I spoke about what? Please speak up, please.
Internships, interning in an organization.
Okay.
So, do you know any organizations that are open for internships, or any tips on how we can get to those organizations for those internships? Thank you.
So first of all, I always say something. If your works are good enough, you always find opportunity to intern in. So first of all, you need to work on yourself. Are you sure that if you are ready to work as an intern in an organization, you have to be sure of yourself? You have to be good enough to say, okay, you can walk up to any HR. So for instance, you can just check a list of advertising agencies. Let me say, for instance, advertising agencies in Nigeria. Check for the HRs that are working there. Chat them up on. I made mention about connecting with people on LinkedIn. Chat them up on LinkedIn. Oh, you be glad to come in to work with them, to impact, to show, to grow their company, like to grow their organization. You'll be glad to come in to work with them. Show them what you've done before. Show them what you've worked in the past, that you would like to come and intern with them. No reasonable HR will sit and will not want to say, okay, let's see how we can bring you in. So just leverage on the relationships you have on social media, leverage on the relationship you have on LinkedIn, leverage on this relationship you have with people. And if you have a good portfolio too, you can share it with me too. I can see what I can do to see if I can help you get an internship with an organization. If you have a good portfolio, kindly share it with me. Please, do you have any other question? Please, do you have any other question?
Not for me.
Okay, so let's connect. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and you can connect with me on Instagram. So this is my LinkedIn and this is my Instagram. If you have any question, you can send it to me on LinkedIn. I'll mostly respond to you faster on LinkedIn. Just tell me you're from Thribe X. I'll respond to you faster on LinkedIn. So if you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram, send me if you have any question that you need to ask or whatever I've taught and you don't understand, you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I'm going to definitely respond to you. Just say your name and say you're from Thribe X. I'm going to respond to you faster. Is that fine?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So at this point, I want to hand over to the organizer, to the team to.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. We're so grateful.
Thank you so
for
much.
The in-depth and going over it for those who struggled at one point. Thank you for going into the detail and breaking it down into simpler bits. So everybody, let's make sure that we connect with him. He has shared his LinkedIn and Instagram handles. Do you want to show it again for those who didn't catch that? Maybe just leave it.
Oh, okay.
The screen. Okay. So at this time, does anyone have any questions before we call it a day? We only have about 8 minutes till the end of the meeting. Questions, comments? And regarding last week, we said we were going to work on designs, practice, and share on the group chat. So I encourage everyone to still do that if you've not been able to do it, maybe because of work or your busy schedules. Please let's apply the knowledge that we get. Applied knowledge is what really sticks. There's no point spending all this time and not applying it. So let's take time out to, if it's just a flyer, if it's maybe something for your LinkedIn, you want to put up a new profile picture, or you want to put up a new post, or your Instagram, do something, apply the knowledge that you have. whether it's from motion design. And also he mentioned that if you want, at the start, he mentioned, for those who didn't catch that, he mentioned that if you plan to get into motion design, that you should focus and not be distracted. So that's very important. So I hope that we all take time to think about what we really want to do. There are different aspects of design that one could go into. I'm sure you've come across a few over the past few weeks through the speakers. They all have their niches within the world of design. So whether you're still questioning or you already have an answer to that question, make sure that you take time, personal time, to think about it, think about prospects and what you see yourself doing in the future. In the absence of any questions, I think we can call it a day. Let's say a quick word of prayer as we wrap up for the day. Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for such an enlightening time of learning. Thank you for our facilitator. Thank you for every single person who has joined us on this call today. Thank you for listening ears that you've granted us. Thank you for helping our minds to comprehend and understand everything that we've heard today. We ask, oh God, for strength. We know that it's not easy to start out a new venture or to start out learning a new skill. So we ask you, oh God, for the grace and the strength to be able to apply the knowledge that we gain and to make the best use of it in Jesus' name. We ask that as we go for the next week and see, and we'll see again this time next week, we ask, oh God, that you be with us, you keep every one of us, and we'll see again next week in good health, in sound mind, and we'll be better by then because we would have applied the knowledge that we've gotten. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right.
So I want to say a very big thank you to the team. So thank you so much for inviting me.
We should be the
really
one to be thanking.
So I hope everybody learned something, one or two things today. So I just want to be sure. Hope you guys learned something today.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you to the team. I really appreciate you guys. Well done, team.
You're welcome. Thank you also. Thank you very much for your time. All right. Thank you all for joining. Have a nice rest of the evening. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.